Hello and welcome to this session, Learning Outcome LO1. Understand the principal requirements of a binding agreement. Today, we will learn what makes a contract legally binding. Understanding the key elements of offer and acceptance is essential, as these form the foundation of contract formation. We will explore how contracts are created, the conditions that must be met, and how they are enforced under the law. A contract is a legally binding agreement between parties. It requires mutual consent, where one offers terms and the other accepts. Consideration or value exchange is essential. Contracts establish obligations enforceable by law. Breach of these obligations can lead to legal remedies. An offer is a clear proposal made by one party. It must be communicated to the offeree and be definite. Offers can be terminated before acceptance. Withdrawal, lapse of time, or counteroffers can end an offer. Communication is key for a valid offer. Acceptance must match the offer's terms exactly. It must be communicated to the offerer unless waived. Silence is generally not acceptance. Conduct can indicate acceptance, such as performing a service. The mirror image rule applies to acceptance. Consideration is the value exchanged in a contract. It must be something of value, but not necessarily equal. Past consideration is generally invalid. Consideration must be lawful and possible. It supports the enforceability of a contract. Parties must intend for agreements to be legally binding. In business, this intention is presumed. Social agreements often lack this presumption. Honor clauses can exclude legal enforceability. The intention is crucial for contract validity. All parties must have legal capacity to contract. Individuals must be of sound mind and not intoxicated. Minors generally cannot contract, except for necessities. Companies must act within their authority. Capacity ensures valid agreements. Contract terms must be clear and specific. Ambiguity can render a contract unenforceable. Key terms like price and delivery must be agreed. Certainty ensures mutual understanding. It is fundamental for contract enforcement. Contracts must have a lawful purpose. Illegal activities invalidate contracts. Agreements must comply with statutory requirements. Examples include fraud or drug trafficking. Legality is essential for contract validity. Some contracts require additional formalities. Real estate contracts often need writing. Statutory laws may dictate specific formalities. Formalities ensure clarity and compliance. They support contract enforceability. Commercial agreements involve suppliers and retailers. Employment contracts exchange services for remuneration. Lease agreements specify rental terms. These are examples of binding contracts. They illustrate practical applications. Identify parties clearly in a contract. Ensure legal capacity to contract. Offers must be clear, definite, and voluntary. Effective communication is essential. These steps form a valid offer. Offers can be communicated verbally. Written communication includes contracts and emails. Digital communication involves online platforms. Effective communication is crucial. It ensures the offeree understands the offer. Acceptance must mirror the offer exactly. It can be verbal, written, or through conduct. Communication to the offerer is necessary. Acceptance creates a binding contract. It solidifies the agreement. Offers can be withdrawn before acceptance. Acceptance can be withdrawn before communication. The postal rule affects withdrawal timing. Legal cases illustrate these principles. Understanding withdrawal is vital. An invitation to treat invites offers. It is not a binding offer. Legal cases highlight this distinction. Offers lead to binding agreements. Invitations encourage negotiations. The postal rule applies to acceptance by post. Acceptance is effective when posted. It impacts withdrawal timing. Exceptions exist for instantaneous communication. Understanding the rule aids contract formation. Electronic communication affects acceptance timing. Emails are effective when received, not sent. E-commerce terms govern acceptance timing. The postal rule may not apply. Electronic acceptance is crucial in modern contracts. Offers can be revoked before acceptance. Revocation must be communicated to the offeree. Option contracts prevent revocation. Legal cases illustrate revocation principles. Understanding revocation aids contract management. Contracts must meet legal requirements for enforcement. Counteroffers can destroy original offers. Privity restricts enforcement to contract parties. Consideration and intention support enforceability. Legal principles guide contract enforcement. Conclusion: contracts are established through the clear communication of offers and their corresponding acceptance. A sound understanding of these principles is crucial to ensure that agreements are legally enforceable. Furthermore, key legal elements, including consideration and the intention to create legal relations, are fundamental in determining the validity and effectiveness of a contract. Questions? Simply WhatsApp us at 0748-436-1688, and a member of our team will be happy to assist. See you at the next session.